In our next Blackboard tutorial, I'd like to take you through this Common Core section that's over here on this left-hand navigation bar. So I'm just going to click on Common Core Information, and it'll take me to the page that has all the information that I've gathered for you related to the Common Core. So the first one addresses the major transitions between the Georgia Performance Standards, which is what we have had in the past, and where we are going with the Common Core. So it addresses the different shifts for each of the content areas. Right now, math and language arts. This is the language arts one, and it just talks about the 6 different shifts from the old way to the new way. And when I want to get out of here, I just click on the X and it takes me back to the Blackboard Learning. There's also a really great resource for teacher teams, data teams. If I click here, it'll take me to this great page here for different kinds of resources. For example, if I wanted to go over with my data team the concept of depth of knowledge, I could click on this, and here it tells me there's a 50-minute activity and what I plan to accomplish within that activity. And it gives me research-based articles and different kinds of facilitation guides, note-taking guides, all kinds of graphic organizers, videos, everything that I need to learn about depth of knowledge, for example. There's also, in this particular research-based article, I'll show you what I mean by cool. There is a wonderful table here that fuses Bloom's taxonomy with Webb's depth of knowledge. And it gives me different kinds of ideas within the body of the table of what these things would look like in my classroom. So I think that's really great. So again, there's all kinds of things here, things that are related to math, things that are related to aligning different assessments, all kinds of wonderful opportunities to grow your knowledge about Common Core. When I want to get out of here, I simply X out at the top here and it takes me back to my page. Then we have the College and Career Readiness Standards. A lot of you were asking about that at the beginning of the year. What do those look like? Where can I find them? Well, you can find them right here under Common Core on Blackboard. If I want to know what the College and Career Readiness Standards are for science, I just click on that and it will take me to grades 6 through 8, and it'll show me what I need to know. We have anchor standards, and then we've got the elements out here that show me what I need to know regarding key ideas and details, craft and structure, integration of knowledge and ideas, and range of reading and level of text complexity. So this is a great resource for everyone to check out when you get an opportunity. Again, anytime I have a Word document that I've pulled up from Blackboard, I just X out of the Word document and it takes me back to my Blackboard page. Down here a speck, we have resources. These resources are really awesome. There are several different resources that you can look at. First of all, I want to point out the Common Core Library. Again, anything on Blackboard that's highlighted in blue is a link. It's not like your ordinary links that are underlined and highlighted a different color. It's just in blue here, not underlined. So if I click on Common Core Library, it'll take me to a really great section where I can put in informational text and say that I'm interested in looking at 6th grade. I can click search, and it gives me whole units of things that I can do with my 6th grade language arts class. Isn't that great? Can animals think? Here's how. And it shows me a PDF file, and it has the whole unit laid out for me right here. And everything I ever wanted to know about this particular unit, including assessments, is all right here. Performance tasks, everything's lined out and ready to go. So that's a wonderful opportunity for you to look at some things there. Again, you just put in whatever you need in the search here. They have things with math, they have things with language arts. And I'm sure that they've got here, down here, history, social studies, and science. So again, if you want to click out of a web page, you go to the top of your screen, click out, and it'll take you back to the Blackboard page. Then if I click on resources right here, anytime I see a little hand that looks like it has a glove on it, it means that it's linked to something. So I'll click on that. And it shows me all the different content areas that we have at Griffin. And if I click on one of these contents, let's just click on science. It'll bring up all these different really great websites and also some good articles that I can read as a professional to increase my knowledge about how to teach science content literacy in the classroom. So all these are from Glencoe, and they're really great reading. Here, if I wanted to do something neat in my class, Science for Kids, for example, ready-made information that I can introduce for a draw lesson in my classroom, for example. Say I'm a 7th grade science teacher and I'm teaching my kids about cytoplasm. I can just click on cytoplasm, and there's a great article here along with an awesome video. You can click on the video and see what cytoplasm looks like under a microscope. And if you look close enough, you can see there's little cytoplasm moving around, and there's little cells moving around in the liquid there. So it's pretty neat. And if I click on these vocabulary words, it takes me deeper into another article that I could use for a draw lesson about that particular thing. So great resources here for every content area. If I want to go to a different content area, I can just back myself out. Go to social studies, for example. And social studies has got some excellent websites that they can go to. Anything that they want to go to. There's History Channel videos about different kinds of things that I can pull from. All kind of great resources right at our fingertips here on Blackboard. So please remember that this is there for you. And I'm going to back to the Common Core big page here and show you there's also information on constructed responses. So if I click on that, it'll show me some ideas of what these constructed responses are supposed to look like. So say I'm interested in what the constructed response is going to look like for social studies. Here's some examples. Okay. If I want to see what the constructed response looks like in science, I can click on that. Downloads for a second, and it shows me all the information that I need to know about constructed responses. Pretty cool. Click out of that, it takes me back to my board. If I want to get out of constructed responses, I back out of it. And it'll take me back to my main page again for Common Core. And I've got a couple more things here. One thing that's related to assessment information. If I want to look down here to see what the implementation schedule is for the PARCC testing after CRCT is done, we're going to go into the PARCC testing. And it tells us what that looks like. When we're going to be fully implementing that will be in the year 2014-15. And then what does it mean to be college ready? We have that information. And if I click on assessment information, it'll show me PARCC assessment information for ELA and math. That's what they've got so far. And I've also got a little section here just on test taking strategies that might be helpful for you to review with your students. So again, if I want to back out of that, I just click the back arrow. And the last thing on Common Core are these gradients of text complexity. So if you're ever curious about how difficult a text is that you're reading, this is a really cool chart that you can review to show the complexity of the texts versus what that's supposed to look like as far as features and structure and layout and purpose and meaning. So be sure to take a look at that as well. So I'm going to X out of that, and I'm going to go back here and return to my main Blackboard homepage, and that's about it. That's just the section of Common Core. You can imagine what these other sections hold for you. Lots of great information to make your job easier as a teacher. That's it for now. Thank you.